What's up, YouTube? I'm G Infinite. Today, I'll be doing the second part to Wolverine. I'll be talking about the next 5 figures that I like, and of course, it's up to opinion, but I'll be talking about the next five figures of Wolverine. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is the episode of part 2, episode 51, Wolverine. Alright guys, so the first figure that I'm going to be talking about today is a Wolverine that was dropped by Toys R Us. It's a Toys R Us exclusive set that came out of the X-Men with Strife, Magneto, Cyclops, Storm, and of course yours truly, Wolverine. This Wolverine figure is pretty cool in the fact that they gave him kind of like the regular head sculpt. If you look there, they made him look serious, and what I like about it is that it came with the hoodie. If you notice, Wolverine usually has his face mask on. So here you see the face mask in the back, which was really cool. So that I really liked and I enjoyed about the figure. I also noticed that this figure is very different because there on the chest piece you see the X-Men logo, which most of the time you won't see it directly on Wolverine's chest. I like the fact that they use navy blue and orange for the colors. It kind of brings out a little bit more serious look to Wolverine. They did use kind of like the same scale of boots on the X-Force Wolverine for this Wolverine as well. If you notice, the boots are very similar. It has the straps and it has almost like those rough edges in the bottom of the boots, if you look there, in black. So that's one of the things that I noticed that looks similar to the X-Force Wolverine. But this Wolverine, very tough. The claws are silver, as you can see there. They're like a metallic silver. And the gloves, really cool there. If you see it, you notice the pattern of 3 there on the gloves, kind of like going from small to bigger. It looks like a couple straps there as well on the gloves. And then looking a little bit more on the back, you can notice that he has the navy blue, and on the side of the legs as well, there's navy blue there. Of course, and the majority of the body sculpt is orange. But this is a really cool Wolverine. One, because he came with the Build-A-Figure Jubilee. So this is from the Marvel Legends Jubilee series. And like I said, some of these figures are very difficult to get. So this is one of the more expensive Marvel sets as far as X-Men. And it's because like Storm is very difficult to get. And of course, Cyclops and Strife. And Strife, for those of you that don't know, is the enemy to Cable. So this is a good look to Wolverine. It's more of a evolution, Wolverine evolution. If you ever saw the cartoons, that's the kind of look they went with here. And I enjoyed the side. If you notice on the chest piece there, a lot of navy blue on the side. And instead of giving Wolverine kind of like those points on the chest piece, it just goes like a straight line down into like blue, to the navy blue. If you look at the top there of the chest piece, it's just a couple lines there going in all the way into the chest piece of blue and orange there. But this is a really nice touch to Wolverine. This is done by Marvel Legends. This is from the Toys R Us exclusive. Toys R Us dropped these guys, and this is X-Men's Wolverine, and this is from the Marvel Legends Jubilee series. Alright guys, so the next figure I'm going to be talking about is one of the favorites of the Wolverine set. This is done by Toy Biz. This is Marvel Legends Weapon X Wolverine. For those of you that don't know, Weapon X Wolverine is when they experimented on Wolverine and he broke free. And that's Wolverine's actually code name, Weapon X. And one of the things that I like about this is that this is when actually Wolverine was in the chamber, that chamber full of water. They were actually testing him and putting adamantium into his structure. So this is the Weapon X Wolverine. I like the fact that it came with an interchangeable head. If you notice there on the box, It came with that interchangeable head, and he looks really really mean. Love the head sculpt. Love what they did with the hair. It looks a little bit more slicked back, and they definitely gave him that tough and mean Wolverine look. And then of course in the actual figure, there you see Wolverine with the different things that he was hooked up to put adamantium into his body. He has a couple of metal pins on the chest piece there, if you notice. And if you look at the tank, those metal cables go into that chest piece and the back piece in the upper back. So these are some of the things that I liked about it. I like the fact that it came with an accessory like the tank from the Weapon X set. And not only did it come with a tank, but the tank is well done. I mean, it has a lot of little computer features. And if you notice in the bottom there, there's a couple of buttons and so forth that are done there, and some cables that look almost like a brownish color. And then they have, of course, a lot of different details for this Wolverine. He even has a couple of circles in the hand where you actually plug in some of the wiring to it. So I noticed that it's a well done figure for Weapon X. For those of you that remember the Weapon X comic, very similar in style, and this is probably one of the more detailed figures because it has so much detail, and definitely the cables are a great look. The whole pins on the chest for you to place those wires there is a nice look. And then the yellow cable that you see going right there from the little box that you see over here, that goes all the way into that head sculpt piece that he has on now, which is metallic silver, and it has the red light there on the eyes. And the whole cable and wiring to this structure looks amazing. This is done by Marvel Legends. This is the Marvel Legends Toy Biz Weapon X Wolverine. Alright guys, so the next Wolverine that I'm going to talk about is from the Red Hulk series. This is the black and yellow Wolverine, and one of the things that really got me about this figure are the colors on the uniform. They're not your typical colors of yellow and blue, or orange and blue, or brown and orange, or brown and kind of dark brown. So this is black and yellow Wolverine right here, and just looking really cool. This is almost very similar as far as in scale to the Wolverine that I did on the first part, and that's also part of the Red Hulk Build-A-Figure series. So I'm gonna go directly into this figure, which is the colors, black and yellow. If you notice there on the top, where the black padding is on the shoulders, you see the black padding there on the traps, and a little bit of gold lining coming down on the side of the black padding. And of course, if you're looking at the head sculpt, the eyes are red, and then the face, just the teeth clenching up, getting ready to fight. This Wolverine is pretty big as far as in how he looks. He looks pretty tough. They made him very diesel. If you notice there on the side, you can see on the side of the arms a little bit of the hairs and the veins coming out from the arms. And then the claws on this Wolverine are pretty long, and they're silver. And one of the hardest things about most Wolverine figures is to get the claws right. You know, the claws sometimes tend to bend and so forth. If you notice there on the belt, he has an X there on the belt. It looks almost like a diamond shape, and then there's an X in the center. And then if you're going down to the boots, it has a yellow line right there, and the very bottom of the boots are yellow as well. And you can see that the yellow lining on the boots go all the way up, and then on the sides it has yellow as well, and then one stripe, I believe, on the back. So this Wolverine was really done well. I noticed that there's two types of color there. The boots are yellow, but it looks almost like there's a little bit of gold if you're looking at it from a certain angle. Almost like a little bit of gold inside the yellow, which I found pretty cool. But it's a really well done figure. This is from the Marvel Legends. This is done by Hasbro, Marvel Legends, and this is from the Hulk, Red Hulk series. All right, guys. So this figure is a very different, and I'm gonna say Wolverine figure, but I'm gonna explain to you who this is. The Dark Wolverine that you're looking at here. This is actually Daken, Wolverine's son. For those of you that don't know, he's considered the Dark Wolverine. This was done by Marvel Legends Hasbro, and this is from the Armin Zola Build-A-Figure. So, we're going to talk a little bit about Dark Wolverine, Daken, who's Wolverine's son, and I'm going to get directly into the two figures because Hasbro dropped one with the face mask, as you're looking at here, and then if you look at the face sculpt, just a serious look to Wolverine. And then it has almost like a light brown and a dark brown there on the side of the head. And then the dark brown in the actual face mask. But this one that we're looking at is a variant figure. And this is Daken with the actual mohawk, looking serious. And of course, a very different look from Wolverine, because this is the son of Wolverine. And in the comic books, they fought and they went into battle, father and son, which, you know, I'm pretty sure you know who won that battle. But this is right here. One of the things that I like is if you look at the left arm, he has the actual tattoo there on the arm sculpt. If you're looking in detail, the arm sculpt has the tattoo going all the way across, which is a different look, and that should tell you with the face mask on that that's not Wolverine. Also, the claws are noticeable because the claws are not adamantium. These are like the regular claws that Wolverine had in the beginning. Obviously, Daken, you see that there with two claws. So this is the son of Wolverine. If we're looking at a couple of things in the actual sculpt, he has a red belt, and he has the original Wolverine costume on, like his father, but he's considered the Dark Wolverine. So this is some of the things that I like about it. I like the uniform. This is the very old school uniform of Wolverine, where it goes from that dark brown almost to a lighter brown. And then, of course, the boots there on the bottom are dark brown with a stripe of black going right across the middle of the boots. And the same thing with the side of the boots. If you're looking at them, they have the black and the dark brown. This is a well done figure. If you ask me, in my opinion, I would like to see him without the Wolverine actual face mask, because that way I would be able to be like, okay, well, that's Daken, the son of Wolverine. And that's I think that's one of the reasons why Hasbro decided to drop him with the actual mohawk. So they did two of these figures, one with the face sculpt with the actual Wolverine mask, and one without. So this is from the Arnim Zola series, and this is Wolverine, Dark Wolverine from Marvel Legends. Wolverine that I'm going to be discussing today is part of the Puck Build-A-Figure series done by Hasbro. This Wolverine is very similar in scale to the Marvel Legends X-Men Wolverine that was dropped by Toys R Us, which comes with the Jubilee Build-A-Figure. So I'm going to go directly into the difference. The difference of this Wolverine is mainly in the paint. Instead of an orange and navy blue, it's a yellow and navy blue. And it's just very similar in scale. I like it because it's extremely posable. One thing that I noticed about the face sculpt, the eyes there are white. You notice that he has more of a serious look. And then there's like a yellow line going across the top of the head there. And down the middle, you see a little bit of the yellow on the nose piece. So I noticed that was pretty cool. Also, of course, the black on the side of the masks. And if you notice, they added like a pink tone on the actual skin color. And then, of course, you have navy blue on the sides. And the boots, really nice touch to the boots. They are navy blue, but they do have black padding there, if you notice, on the very front of the boots. And all the way down on the bottom, on those rough edges there, it's also black. One thing that I did notice about this figure is that Wolverine does not have the X on the belt or on the chest piece. And getting directly into the claws are not metallic silver like most of the Wolverines. These are actually more clear than anything. And of course, you see some black and navy blue there on the gloves as well. Made him look really, really strong there on the arms. You know, the sculpt, well done. But like I said, this Wolverine came with a couple of figures that were dropped with him, was Cyclops and Sabretooth. And supposedly Hope was supposed to be dropped. But if she was, she must have been really extremely rare to get. Because usually in this set, the three that were dropped was, well, the four that were dropped was Wolverine, Sabretooth, Cyclops, and Emma Frost, which I think is what happened. That might have been the replacement for Hope. So it is a well done series. The only difference is that it's one of the smaller sets, but it's also one of the more expensive sets to build Puck, the Build-A-Figure Puck, who, for those of you that don't know, is from Alpha Flight. So this is a really, really good sculpt. Definitely extremely posable. And yeah, this is probably one of the best Wolverines done by Hasbro. So this comes with the Puck Build-A-Figure, and this is Wolverine by Hasbro. All right, guys, so there you have it. These are the next 5 Wolverines done by Toy Biz and Hasbro, and definitely some of my best picks if you're looking for a Wolverine in particular. Definitely, if you want to get the son of Wolverine to pose him against his father fighting against Wolverine, that would be a cool battle scene, because that's exactly what happened between the son and the dad. They went into battle. And really, really nice touch to the different types of Wolverine. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is part 2, episode 51. And definitely subscribe, hit that bell for the next notification, and hit us with a like. I'm G Infinite. Peace out, YouTube.